It's beneath Mount Aikino in Japan. It holds 50 tons of ultra pure water. I don't know what the hell it's for, but it
Let's go, baby.
Salut. You guys got no drinks?
Give me a sip of that.
Heartbreaks and promises. I've had more than my share.
We're all sharing one beer.
Giving my love.
Times are tough, man.
And getting nowhere.
These $15 donations we get every 7 months, we're out of beer.
What I need is somebody who really cares.
With many pubic hairs.
Words are so easy to say.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
All right. How are we feeling?
Welcome back, everyone. Apologies as well for the little static we had last week. I've ordered Brent. I've noticed it's when I'm away from the mic, so maybe everyone mouths on Cox for this one.
I don't know.
Right and close.
I don't know
close.
if it is the cables.
She instant kicked in for Tori.
Mouse on Cox.
Oh, God. Welcome back, everyone. Episode
153.
153. Me and Joey came doing overtime today. We've been here for like an hour and a half. Joey's pumped out 2 solo ones for when they're gone. You guys leave in 2 weeks, is it?
16 or 15 days
15
now.
days.
15
That
days.
is crazy, man. That is crazy. And you guys are gone for a long time, bro. Me and Chloe were talking about it the other night. We're like, fuck, that's a long holiday. That's like a whopper.
It's like it's almost like you're not living there because you're still going country to country, but
Yeah.
like you're away from home so
Bro,
long. It's kind of like you
that's
are living away
long,
from home.
man. That is long. Hey, did you guys consider doing the whole like going over there and like literally getting a job over there?
Yeah, we did.
Like, did you actually just?
I tell you what, I imagine myself for some reason behind a bar, just doing the
Yeah,
most.
yeah, you'd suit it.
Like,
You'd suit it.
I do the most, but I do a trick that makes it look like I'm doing something incredible, but I'm really not.
Yeah.
Like I don't know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
spinning the bottle on my palm, like.
Butt chugging fucking margaritas and shit. It's exciting stuff, man. So we've got 2 solos from Joey. I'll do a solo because there's another solo I want to do. I want to talk about some other things, a bit more niche. DZ will probably do another solo one as well. So,
But then, so are we going to do 1 week we'll record.
Me and you
next
like
week
normal,
We'll
yep.
do the backup.
Yep.
Next week we'll record. Something like that.
yeah, well, yeah. So, yeah,
I
something
only
like
have 4 backups, so
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. We'll still record. Cause
Yeah, the weeks that we don't have backups, me and you will still record like normal.
There's going to be big news, I'm sure, and shit
Oh,
going on.
yeah. And plus, I'm sure if I put the word out, I can find 2 other people that will be keen to jump on.
Yeah, and we could chew through some guests too. When
Yeah.
It's just us two.
Yeah. So exciting stuff. DZ, what's been happening with you, man?
Good, man. Rose and I have been, we started making our own candles. So,
Oh,
if
yeah?
you guys want it.
Cool little hobby. We're also now selling candles.
This is our vanilla.
$69.99 a month.
This is our vanilla flavor. If you want to just have a little smell.
What
of
is that, you funny?
That's
That's
have a smell. Just
fuck off, idiot. That's not a
give it
candle.
whiff. Just
Get
give it a whiff.
fucked.
That's a bit rude. We worked hard on this. Give it a whiff. Just give it a smell. You want a smell?
I know what this is, and I want it. Oh yeah, that's fucking mad.
Woo! I've actually lost eyesight in one eye, bro.
Oh, give me one more. Give me one more.
You're a prick. What the fuck, bro?
You okay?
I'll tell you what, I can see. No, I'm not trying that. But I can see salts. The way your hand is gripping it, I can.
I wondered why who was gripping it with every.
Bro, what the fuck is
DZ was
that?
gripping that with every inch of his life.
This guy's going for like 4.
You know, you two are lucky. You two are lucky because
Bro, why did his voice just go? Hey, you two are lucky. Like he was like he had too much nitrous.
a handsome Squidward. Eh? It's like,
you two are lucky because the first I got these fucking things right. It's smelling salts,
Smelling
right?
salts, but I love that shit.
nah, she needs to do something.
Hey, can you
Let's
do
go.
Bro, this
Come
is
on.
look. It's nowhere near as strong as it was when I first got him. I gave it to
What
Billy.
the fuck?
Me and Billy did it, and bro, it was fucking like it was like a fucking
What
flashbang
The fuck,
Holy
bro?
shit.
Where did you get that?
online, man.
From Temu.
Now that'll wear off in about 18 hours. You're gonna
me
trip balls.
Imagine that.
What the fuck? What's the point of these?
They give them the weightlifters and shit.
Hey,
like
imagine that's actually they're making candles that flavor. So that's
the whole house.
So it's like every time you walk into a room.
What do you mean weightlifters?
like they used to give
they
them
don't smell that before they lift.
No, I've done that before. So when I came from that CrossFit gym, and they would have smelling salts there, and I'd do that before a heavy lift.
Really?
Did it help?
What's the?
Yeah, for sure.
What does it help with?
I just got it for fun.
Smelling salts work by releasing ammonia fumes that irritate the nasal and lung membranes, triggering an inhalation reflex. This causes a person to breathe more deeply, increasing oxygen flow to the brain. That's the immediate effects, I guess. I don't know, with weightlifters.
Yeah, right.
Right,
We'll smell these a couple times throughout the show.
It was way worse before. It was fucking. It's like
Yeah, I don't know why, but I swear I have like a little bit of an addictive personality because in my head I hit it.
He wants to keep going.
I hit it and I'm like, ugh, and I'm like, you just want to chase the dragon.
I mean, if anyone wants to sponsor us, man, give us another sponsor and we'll have your salts on the show. You know what I'm saying?
But other than the candle making, I've been had a busy weekend. Played a round of golf with Pierce on Saturday. Mm-hmm. We went to Wallachia. Wallachia, that's way better golf course than fucking the one we went to. Have you been to Wallachia?
Nah.
It's much nicer.
A bit off the grid, eh? You go, it's a bit out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, played pretty good, better than I usually do. And then on Sunday, went to the Easter show.
How was that?
Reluctantly.
Reluctant.
Not that great. I mean, it was okay, but
How much money you burned through?
a lot. My mum and stuff wanted to go, my daughter, and that's so we went. But like, the crowds are just unbelievable. I'm like, man, this is not worth the fucking.
Yeah.
You know, the payoff's not worth the hassle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was okay.
It's obviously good in terms of like you see Dove there and you're like it's for Dove, right? So you go there and is she at that age where she doesn't look like she can appreciate it as much.
Oh, she appreciated it. She loved it. Yeah, she had a good time.
Yeah.
Which is what we went for.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like you wouldn't really go, like you're not meeting up with a gang anymore.
Yeah,
Remember back in the day, there was like, oh, come Easter show.
No.
Your mates just go Easter show. and you
How
just hang out.
gay? How gay? Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
Getting pussy at the like, what the fuck? It's like,
Just fingering someone on like the ride that goes around. Like,
Yeah, it was all right, but
stop, everyone's looking.
the 2000s, what a fucking bizarre
Someone's on the
time.
road. They're on the rotor. That's a Luna Park. Remember the Luna Park? You stick to the wall, so you climb it over like.
You're trying to hook up on the fucking spinny
If
thing.
they take a photo, you're like,
Fucking weird
yeah,
times.
but other than that, I've been good. Yeah. What have you been up to, man?
Not much for me. I'm going away this weekend.
where to?
We're going to Port Macquarie, going with a
Oh,
few
nice.
of the crew. So it's a nice little small thing. I just want to sit down and drink some beers and fish and just talk shit. I'm sick of going on holiday. Like, I'm not sick of going on holidays, but every holiday I've done, it's the get there and go. We're fucking going here. We're going here. We're getting fucked up. I love getting fucked up, but it's just non-stop. I want to do a holiday for once where I just sit on my fucking ass. Just let me just fucking drink some beers, fish, read a book, hang out by the fire, just chill out for once. I don't want to be going around. So this little, especially for me and Chloe, because we've been saving so hard for this fucking wedding. This, like, me and her were so excited for this, bro. And like, we're so excited to just do nothing, but it's because we haven't done anything in so fucking long. So I'm really fucking excited.
Where are you staying?
I've got no idea.
In an Airbnb or something?
No. I'm borrowing mum's camper trailer and that. It's like we're going camping. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah,
right.
So there's a few of us doing that, so I'm excited. So to all my screaming fans, I'm going to be AFK for a couple days. I'm not touching my phone. I'm just going to leave it in the fucking trailer. So
How long are you going?
The whole long weekend.
Oh, the long weekend.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. So again, if there's anything important, message me now. Music inquiries, stuff like that. And then obviously when I get back, we're then ripping in. It's only a couple weeks to this show, which I'm super excited for. I met up with No-Syt. We've done our first run through, and boy, oh boy, we've got something special for you guys. I know everyone says that, but like, I'm pretty sure the subgenres of music me and him are going to be alternating between. I feel like cunts aren't even going to be dancing. You're just going to be going like stank face the whole time. Like, oh my God. So I'm super excited about that. But for the next couple of days, I'm going to be AFK. All right. These can all suck my nuts. Tori, how you been?
Good. No updates from me. Yeah, the podcast is going good. We did another session on what day did I hang out with Sal? Saturday, and we did another 4 episodes.
Yep.
And we got some really good feedback about the episode that we did that released yesterday. But it's going good.
Yeah, Rose has been listening to it. Rose said it was good.
Does Rose read?
Not really. She does a little bit, but more self-help stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm sure she'd like to.
Yeah. So any feedback that anyone has that when they listen, let us know. But it's been fun. It's been really fun.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to sit down and just munch through like a lot of them in one time because I'm almost finished my current story that I'm on. It's taken me, I think, about 3 months to get through. I'm a slow reader though, so I'm up to the 4th book. So I'm pretty slow. Like, how long does it take you to munch through like 500 pages, 600 pages? Like a week?
Yeah, like a week.
A week, yeah. Okay, so I'm a bit slower. But I also have some nights, though, where I just lay in bed, I open the book, and I'm literally already, like, on the nod. So I'm like, oh, shit. So I close the book so I don't lose what I'm up to.
Yeah, that's been me lately. I had a goal of 60 books this year, and I've only done 10. Like, I'm way behind. What the fuck are you doing? I think just because, like, we're coming up to Europe, and I sit down to read, and I'm like, ugh. I can't be fucking bothered.
Yeah.
So I've been the same lately.
Yeah. I think I'm up to 5 books so far this year, which I'm happy about.
I mean, it's 5 more than like probably most fucking people you know.
Yeah. So
I've been on the same book for like 2 months now. I've been on
So
the fourth wing for 2 months.
5 pages.
I'm like 3/4 in.
Yeah. That's all right. Everyone's got a different pace, you know. Like it's
when I don't commit to the every night read that it drifts away from me. Whereas when I plan it, I know that I'm getting that amount every day.
Yeah,
you know?
100%. Well then,
How are you? Anything new?
Not much. I planned a little getaway for us this weekend, just in Bundanoon, which is or Bundanoon, which is like an hour and 20.
You said we were going to the Blue Mountains.
Bundanoon is like it's like
It's not in the Blue Mountains.
well, it's towards, isn't it towards the mountains?
Joey's going to take you to the complete opposite direction.
No, babe. It's down near. It's down south.
Oh, sweet. Well, Same. I know where we're going.
This whole time I've been like, yeah, we're going on a little weekend away to the Blue Mountains.
What, just you two?
Yeah.
You taking your fishing rod?
No
trout
to
fishing?
Bundanoon. That's not where the water is.
Yeah, if there's rivers and creeks. So if you were going to the Blue Mountains, trout fishing up there is lit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I think it's not yet. Trout season it here is between winter, so like June, July. It's but people actually like travel around the world to the Blue Mountains for trout fishing. There's like heaps of YouTube videos and shit. It's actually quite interesting. Yeah. But again, it's fucking freezing cold, and for trout fishing, you got to like actually get in the water and shit. It's fucked. So like you got to go full prepared. Like fucking No, that's cool, man.
Because I don't know. I just thought, even though we are going away, so it's a bit greedy of us, but I just thought if we can go away and not have any more days off work just for a weekend. Similarly to why you're going to Port Macquarie, you just still kind of like wind down a little bit.
I just want to do nothing, man, for once. Like, fuck.
I'm like off grid. Like,
Well, there is a bit to do there where we're going, but it's just like more markets and like you walk through the town and there's not much doing. I want to cook like a little mad dinner because I feel like it's all well and good getting takeout, like it's easy and whatever. But I feel like, you know, bring the vinyl player, play a little something on the vinyl, just get that. And then I want to...
Sexual healing. Joey's just trying to get lucky this whole weekend.
No.
His whole plan is to get lucky.
You think
He's
so?
trying to get laid up and then fucking bun the cock.
Yeah.
Taking these smelling salts with you.
No, but... I don't know, something about putting on a vinyl, it's like knowing that you can't press skip and it's just like, it seems more old school and I don't know, cooking something that I haven't really cooked before that I have to actually look off the recipe book.
Yeah.
And then when you create it, you're like, hey, I actually made this.
Yeah.
Where usually I'm cooking the most safest meals when I do cook, that I just want to cook something a bit more special, you know?
Yeah, no, that's sick. Those smelling things have fucking given me a romping headache, bro.
Oh, really?
What the fuck?
I've already been back for seconds.
What the... Show me the box, please. That is fucking ridiculous, bro.
Especially when you have it cold. Like, you're not even like... it's like you're warmed up, ready to do your max set. You're just sitting here.
I might do this before the show.
I reckon.
Yeah, I wish it was how it was when I first got it. It was way less intense.
And it's
I hate how Tori. She's so responsible. Like
Rose wouldn't do it either. I couldn't get Rose
bro,
to
the
do it.
fan full
Man.
wafts it out and shit. Like that's fucking gnarly, bro.
I wish you were a bit more malleable with your like what you are comfortable with doing. You know what I mean?
With your risk tolerance.
I have firm boundaries and I stand by them.
Ugh. That's leave that lid on. That's
you
fucked.
guys need to implement some.
That's fucked. So we will go on. We've got no Reddit this week. Apparently it was my turn and I totally fucking forgot. But we have some anonymous questions that Joey was supposed to read out for his solo ones, but we forgot. So we'll read them out now. What's up, FireCast? It's Friendly Fire here, owner of Tripjacker Mafia Records, and we're very proud to announce our new sponsorship with the Hydro Grip. They have a BPA-free bottle, and they have a magnet on top of the bottle. So you can film your sets at the gym for content, social media, if you run a podcast yourself. As you can see here, the phone's sitting very securely on top of this magnet. Very stable when it's full or empty. Super secure magnet, stays hot for 12 hours or cold for 24 hours. And 10% of all sales go to the Sydney's Children's Hospital, which we find super dope. So be sure to go over there and purchase yourself a bottle. And don't be shy to let them know that you're coming from the FireCast community so we can all spread the love. Thank you.
The first one that was meant for Joey says, favorite team member at work.
Well, this is obviously
Someone from work somewhere.
this is obviously Patty.
Answer wisely, yeah.
This is Patty from Precision. So
Who's
I'm
going to give you the potential pay rise?
Yeah, is there a
or-
pay rise involved?
Patty's
Is there-
the middleman. But Patty, I'm gonna have to. It has to go to you because I need to save face to this company. No,
Well, he might have.
I'm
Your
joking.
answer might change because it might have been him that also said "suck my balls."
That
I
was
think that was Cody.
That was Cody.
Yeah,
That was Cody. That.
Suck my balls.
So Patty is your favorite?
I think Patty. Yeah.
This one says dream job.
Yours would be
God,
this.
yeah, it has to be.
Just talking.
Yeah, this just be talking shit.
Just talking shit.
Look at you, you're
That's it.
glowing.
Yeah.
You're glowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, look.
But you record for like 9 hours
Yeah,
a week
yeah.
and you
It's
just
like
chop
24
them
hour
up into
pod.
heaps of
Yeah.
clips and shit.
Yeah.
No, fucking oath.
What about Iggy, Dylan? Dream job?
Yeah.
Music, this, man.
yeah, I
like,
think,
yes, you know, to get paid without working.
Yeah. Mine's definitely
Trading.
trading. Mine's trading. That is such a cool thing that skill
Yeah.
set is so cool, and I'm so happy that I've gone down this rabbit hole, man, because I know in the long run I'm going to be a wealthy boy.
Yeah.
Like wealthy boy. I might not be a millionaire, but I'm going to be fucking well off, man. It's a cool skill set, man. Very
Yeah.
cool skill
Well,
set.
I'm waiting.
Yeah. What about you, Tori?
I'd probably want to be like a neurosurgeon or something.
We were talking about this the other
Talking about
day.
this the other day.
As in a brain surgeon?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'd love to do something like...
You're not smart enough for that, though. I'm joking.
Steam just.
I'm fucking with you.
So the kettle, the kettle that's like done.
processing.
That is cool. That is cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd love to
Hard
do...
job, though.
It's too much hours, too much work, man.
Yeah, but I'd want to be like a well-off one.
She wants it for the clout to go. I'm a fucking neurosurgeon.
Like,
What do you
but
do?
also, like, imagine saving someone's life. Like, that's
Yeah,
the
that
profession
is
that I
cool.
want to be in. I want to be in a profession anyway that helps people.
So you've never considered doing like nurse?
We were talking about this the other day. We literally were talking about how I want to go back and I want to study something because I want to be in the public service sector, but I don't think I'd be able to be a nurse.
You don't
Like,
reckon?
I hear Ash and
Yeah, I know.
Darian,
Shout out to that queen, man.
Like I would start off as a nurse. I was seeing this thing the other day, and there's such things as like flight nurses, where they, you know, when you get like an emergency medic, like helicopter in critical condition.
Oh.
You know, so there's different avenues of like
Yeah.
nurses, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool.
That
But
would be
I
cool.
wouldn't be able to work in like your Nepean as like a nurse. Like God love Ash for doing that and Darian, but like I just could not do that. I do not
Yeah.
have the patience for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I always think that being like a neurosurgeon or something like that and literally saving people.
But if
would be
you
so
do you
cool.
reckon you could do that that'd take a toll on your mental, especially if you were like one of those helicopter ones that
a
only
tough
go out
job,
to
man.
critical? Can you
A lot of
imagine
trauma.
Man, can you
Yeah.
imagine a couple times a week rocking up to some cunt like with a severed head and you're just like
Oh,
trying to help this guy? That'd be fucked.
I mean, it would be so fucked, but I definitely think I could do it.
yeah,
Rose,
interesting.
Rose was learning to do that, and she did placements and shit. They put her in like the mental ward.
Oh, yeah.
I used to drop her off at these fucking like these hospitals. There's one in it's like Kurrajong Way, and it's like it looks like a rundown it's like you go down this long fucking path. It's like in the woods and shit. It's like a movie, and when you pull up, you hear cunts screaming and shit.
Oh, that's crazy.
And she's too good looking for this shit. You know what I mean? Like these
Yeah.
cunts are fucking the shit she tell me. I'm like, bro, this is fucked.
Yeah.
But she'd like to keep doing it, but she's not vaccinated, so they don't. You need a fucking you need COVID vaccine and shit to fucking do all these jobs now, which we don't have. So. Maybe one day she will pick it back up. But if you won 100 mil, would you still work?
Yeah.
Fuck no, I'd do this, but it doesn't feel like
this
work.
is fucking work to me,
it
you
is.
fucker.
I guess
So,
it's work.
Yes, I would be working.
It would be working, but you'd make life work for you. You know what I mean? That's all it would be.
Yeah. 100 mil, bro. Fuck, I'd have fucking 50 mil in a trading account, and then the other 50 mil I'd invest in this shit. You know what I mean? I'd literally pay a bunch of Mexicans fresh from Mexico like 10 peso an hour. They can just hold the camera, fucking do Tori's hair while she's looking shit up, feeding us grapes, bringing us fucking cerveza. You know what I mean? Fucking, I'd be like the Aussie Trump. I'd be giving everybody work, man. Oh, you're out of here. Like,
You're out of here. The last one says 3 reasons you love your incredible, beautiful girlfriend.
You know what? This could be directed at all of you. This was originally just for Joey. But, let's start with Iggy first.
3 reasons.
Yeah.
Well, one for Chloe, she makes me laugh. Which is, for me, that's the biggest thing is like,
Okay, Dylan, we're trying to have a sentimental moment here.
the biggest thing, you gotta make me laugh, and she does, bro. Like me and her sometimes, like during the week, we'll be just cracking up at like the fucking most dumbest shit, bro. So I love that. Makes me laugh. She balances me out because I'm a lazy piece of shit sometimes, and she's like the opposite. She's always like, you know, she's into her fitness and she loves going on walks and shit. And don't get me wrong, sometimes I'm like, the last thing I want to do with my Arvo is go on a fucking walk. I want to be doing this shit. But then when I go out, I'm like, oh, okay, I actually kind of need this. I'm getting some fresh air.
Yeah.
I'm getting some steps in. I'm moving my bones. I'm like, okay, fuck yeah. If it wasn't for her, I probably would be like 100 and some kilos. And one more. I'd have to probably say how family orientated she is, because I'm also family orientated. We're pretty family orientated, man. Like, you know, we fucking every Sunday we see family, well, almost every fucking Sunday of like the past Sunday. But and she's the same with her family. So I thought that blend was kind of cool. So I was like, I've now got her family and my family, and she's got my family and her family. So I thought, yeah, that's really, really cool for me.
That's
That's
nice.
very sweet. Too bad she's not here to hear it, and she only hears you calling her.
And
a
I'm
bitch.
gonna bleep all that out.
One time, right? You're getting full deep into it. You're like, listen, man, I really love how she.
What time is this so I can tell her to listen?
No, and then well, when she's listening, she's like, yeah, what do you love about Chloe? Yeah, and Reddit corner.
It's cut out.
It just cuts out to the Reddit corner.
Dylan, Rose.
Well, Rose is very smart. She's so smart, and man, I admire it. She's like, she knows what to say and what to do, man. Without her, I would, be like a fucking headless chook. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've always said that about her, and she's such a good mum. She's the best mum. She's taught me so much about parenting. She's the best. I wouldn't be able to do this. I wouldn't be here right now if she wasn't such a good mum, man. She works so hard for our daughter, and it's never unappreciated, and I tell her that all the time, but she's amazing. And she's her spirituality, man. She's very spiritual. She's taught me so much about this life and what it means in general. She's just, man, she's had many lifetimes. 100%. She's a fucking old soul.
She's like an old woman in a 20-something-year-old body.
And it's and people judge her a lot, and it's sad because she's so good looking, right? And if you've never seen I'm not fucking.
Dylan's bragging. Dylan's
No,
bragging.
listen.
Right now.
Rose is beautiful.
She's like if you told an alien to draw a human woman.
The perfect human woman.
I'm not just saying that, right?
The perfect woman would
I'm
be
very
Rose.
lucky, man. We've been together since I was 14, so yeah, people judge her a lot because she's blonde, but like, man, she's so beyond the surface. She's so smart, man.
And was she always like attractive, or did you go through her with the hard times? Because I know when I was
Did she look like a mole before?
Yeah,
and then,
because when I was younger, like I was just like going through it, like it's like I thought I was like some hot cut, and I'm back and I'm like this, and it's so awkward. And then I'm like, wow, who could love me at that stage? Or when you look back at photos that you just like, and you can answer this honestly, people blossom at different parts of
like
life.
She
Rose
was
has
always good
always
looking.
been
She was always good
She
looking.
was like that with me. I was the one that had the blossom. Look at me now. I finally.
This is supposed to be about Rose.
I'm finally,
Hey, this is
finally
about Rose.
punching in my own weight class
Okay.
now. You know?
Hey, it's supposed to be about Rose, and you're like, yeah, my fucking god.
And
That
then
was beautiful.
the fun, the god.
Oh god, you guys are assholes. And Tori did this on purpose because she wanted me to go last, so I didn't have the smart.
You
and
can't
the
copy
funny.
it back.
I can't copy.
You can't copy now.
Other than smart and funny, which she knows she is, and make just genuinely makes me laugh, is probably her different way of thinking than I, and more open-minded and being able to see things from both sides, no matter how close she is to the situation, whether it's about me or her friends or even herself, you know what I mean? But maybe, just being able to be a more open-minded. She's opened my mind up to a lot of things and changed my views on certain things for the better. And also, yes, the opposites, like you said, do attract, but just she's so set in her ways, which can be a bit annoying at times. I know this is supposed to be a pros list, right?
Turns to a
He's
con.
like, here's a
It could be. So you take it how you want it.
Yeah.
But she has so got her ducks in order that it does kind of make me want to do better for myself and have all my ducks in a row. Like, I'm not never going to change my lifestyle completely to be like always thinking like, what's a smarter thing to do, but basically just more organized and just loyal to a T. And that's the thing. She shows, I feel like it's a good indication as well how your partner treats everyone else in their life as well. And there's a common theme of like, oh, that's who she is. Like, as in like loyal as fuck. Like that one person that, behind your back, there'll be never a bad word said. Even when a situation arises with a person that it's easy to go, fuck that motherfucker.
Yeah.
She can, be like, see that, there's a reason for that, or there's this, or, you know what I mean? So that is always a plus as well.
Wow, you
What do
really
you give his response?
Yeah.
What do you?
That was good.
I feel like that was more less the normal shit, which is
Yeah, I feel like you definitely would have said some of what they said.
because I can't.
Nah, you done good to not copy.
I
Yeah.
can't stress enough that whole thing about the smartness and stuff. Talk conversations with someone that is smarter than you can be like, oh yeah, true, or like articulate words better, and also being able to make me laugh is key. Bro.
Yeah, same. That's my biggest one.
I've been with a person in the past, or certain people, where in relationships you feel like you're walking on eggshells, or you can't really, or like you do a joke and it just doesn't land. And I'm not saying I'm like, but we had a thought when we first got together. We thought that our humor wasn't on the same wavelength because I didn't know how to take her, and she'd do jokes. She'd say jokes, and I'd be like, oh, and she's like, oh, are we not synced up yet?
Oh my god, we're doomed. We're not going to be together.
We weren't syncing yet. Like it wasn't.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. Like, I hate like awkward people who just aren't funny and shit. It makes me awkward. Like when I talk to someone, even if it's a stranger, and I'm like how I am, right? I'm a bit fucking OTT, but in your face. And when I see how awkward they are, they make me feel awkward for them. And I'm like, all right, fuck off now. You're a little weird cunt. Like, you know what I mean? But they're probably thinking, fuck, this cunt's a weird cunt. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Who's that guy on the wild thornberries?
Yeah, just fucking go with that shit.
The little kid,
I'm like, fuck. But for me, definitely laughing is ultimate. It's so corny and cheesy. It's an easy answer to say, but that is for me
and it's
top.
And even attraction, right? That is a thing. Like having humor is counts. That counts as something.
100%, bro. 100%. How good are women, eh? Fucking, I love women.
Yeah, exactly. Remember everything.
When they
you
shut
guys
their
just
whore
said.
mouths when they're told.
I'm not playing any of that.
bitches.
Beep. All right, bitch, get me a drink. You really did you plan? No, because I was meant just for him. So
I was.
turned out.
But Rose, Chloe, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you guys will get laid tonight.
Yeah. So for all our female listeners, because there is a high percentage of female listeners, I haven't actually checked that number in a while, so I'll probably check that this later tonight. That was a nice little one for you female listeners. We love and appreciate you, even though we do sometimes say some unhinged shit. We don't mean any of it. All right, it's just we're having a good laugh and we're just fucking around. We love our women here. We love everyone.
Yeah.
Equally.
Good.
We wouldn't be here without women. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, fucking oath.
But if we were able to give birth, we'd give birth way better.
This is why shit
Less
babies
pain.
out.
Yeah.
Like, and done. Keep hammering a nail into the wall. And we killed it. She's like, they ruined it, these idiots.
you imagine the episode's only like 40 minutes. That whole section's cut out.
I also just posted something. I did a poll. It's a poll about you. I took a photo of you while you were recording, right? And I love you, bro. I did this for a laugh. I said, what is it paying that Thunder God loses his passport at some point on his holiday? Because remember, if you guys remember, there was, bro, I was thinking about this story today. This was like something out of a fucking cartoon, bro, when you cunts were chasing after the boat and the boat just starts leaving. And the whole time it was lucky you didn't get on that boat because you would have gone to a different island to where your fucking passport was.
Yes.
So the universe works. I'm telling you, this cunt is a walking Netflix cartoon, bro.
Yeah.
Right? So I said, what's it paying on Sportsbet that Thunder God loses his passport? I said 80 cents. $1.20 or $4, and of course 80 cents is winning with 60%, $1.20, 20%, and $4.
I'm surprised
20%.
it's not $4. Well, yeah, I'd let Tori
No,
handle
well, the lower it pays the shit, like the
yeah, I
the
know.
more often
But
it's gonna
it paying
work.
$4
Yeah.
is
That's crazy.
low odds because you'd get $4 back on the dollar.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Yeah,
that's-
so I thought $4 would be winning, like it would be.
No, you 80 cents meaning is more likely
80
going to
cents is
happen.
better.
Oh, you're right. Yes, yeah.
$4.
My bad,
It's like a
my bad.
sport bet. Yeah.
Gotcha,
So 80 cents is winning. Because that, bro, I was thinking about that today, bro, and I was literally laughing while I was driving. I was like, I can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
Like, you guys were like,
'Cause I
and
remember-
I was so confident. I'm sitting on that boat and that inbox was popping off, and I was literally like, bro, chill. They're going to fucking make it. I was like, they're around the corner, relax. Like, everyone's fucking overreacting. And then all I see is the boat start leaving, and I was like, oh, fuck, they're not going to make it. And I could picture you just running down that wharf, like, nah.
Bro, I was acting like a full toxic, ugly cunt, bro. You should have been there. Actually, I'm glad you weren't there because I was.
you would have been stressing
I was
out,
losing
like-
my shit, bro.
Yeah,
because we first of all, because there were so many Ubers being called to the one place.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. Someone give a recap of the story quickly. Just give a brief,
we're in
just in case
Athens.
they don't know.
We're in Athens, right? And the last morning of our stay, we got a boat to catch, a ferry to one of the islands.
Yes.
And we had it at a certain time. And me and Tori, we thought, well, we're not that far from the dock. So we were the last people to book an Uber. But because there was such a delay in Ubers, because so many were getting they were getting bored a lot, there wasn't any in sight. And it's like, it kept going 5 minutes away, 7 minutes away. 6, 5. They kept cancelling and I'm like, fuck. Next minute, we're like, all right, we should make it. And because we're in the heart of Athens, there was so much traffic, right?
Yeah.
And I couldn't speak Greek, obviously, to this guy. So I'm using Google Translate and I'm like typing, how long till we get to the ferry? And then he's going, holding up this, like, 5 or 6 or whatever. And the boat is about to leave in that time. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And I keep saying to Tori, because this does happen sometimes in Greece. You can never be sure whether they're going to leave on time or
late,
later or whatever. And they're not always prompt, right? Most of the time, they're not, in fact. But this one day, they left right
On the dot, yeah.
And I
They
remember
started leaving before.
before. So when we pulled up to the dock, right, I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, we get out, we jump out. It's already leaving. It's like 10 meters away from the dock. And I'm like,
You should have jumped,
and
bro.
I'm going, fuck this. I'm like, fuck, I'm blowing up, bro. She is like, I'm not even taking into account her existence at this point. I'm just like, this is fucked. And then she's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm going up to these Coast Guard
Slapping
thingies.
babies and shit. Like,
Yeah. I'm going up to these Coast Guard and I'm like, got my staunch on, like I'm gonna, like these guys are any part to blame in this, right? They're just normal onlookers, and I'm just like, and she's like, what are you doing? I'm going to ask how long till the next ferry, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, we got to come with another plan. How are we going to get to the airport, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, fuck, we're trying to pull our heads together and try and calm the fuck down.
It wasn't pull our heads together. It was me pull my head together and you freak out.
But at what point do you then discover?
Mute her mic for the next 10 minutes. That's a penalty.
When do you then discover that the passport is gone?
This is the next bit. We get into the taxi. I'm like, we're gonna have to catch a flight, right? So we book a flight as we're
book
going
a
in there.
flight. I just want to preface that Joey did nothing but freak out.
Yeah.
The duration of
That's
this.
fine. So at this point, your male hormones are through the roof, right? That's
testosterone.
That's normal for a fucking man, all right? We're men.
I don't know if it was testosterone or estrogen at this point.
Yeah.
I think it was more estrogen.
Yeah.
My nipples were hurting.
You're freaking, I'm bleeding.
I was sweating.
Out of my cooch. Yeah.
But we get into the taxi, right? And I'm like, yeah, Mad, we're halfway there. And she's like, check, you got everything. Because we always do a check.
Yeah.
I got my bag on my lap, right? And I'm checking in the pocket where I know that pocket at the front of the bag, that was the place I kept it.
The passport pocket.
My hand goes in there. I'm so sure.
No,
my heart starts
bro,
racing. And I'm like, this guy, he's driving. And I know that, I'm like, oh my God, we're halfway. I'm looking, and Tori's just like, and I'll tell you the moment where I thought, this might end our relationship, right? Is I'm looking over at Tori, and unbeknownst to Tori's like this. And then I'm looking at her, and she's like, what? And I'm like, do you have my passport? And I was like, do you have it? Knowing full well she does not have it. She's like, what do you mean? And like, I remember what do you mean? And then her silence is deafening, right? Because usually in the past, it's like, what do you do? Because we got a taxi driver, an Uber driver. She's just, I can feel her anxiety lifting mine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't wait to kind of get out of the car because I want to throw my suitcase onto the sidewalk and open it and see.
Yeah.
So as soon as we get out of the airport, I do just that. Next to the taxi bays on the floor, I'm rummaging through my clothes, right, on the side of the Athens airport. And I'm like, I'm looking through. And the deeper I get, the more I'm like, I wouldn't have left it here, right? And then I think back to the night before.
No, you're missing a step. What did I tell you to do?
Oh, yeah. So Tori, right, my ooga booga in all of this, right?
Yep.
She's like, when's the last... annoying Christian. When's the last place
No,
you
no,
remember?
no.
No. You did say that.
No, I know, but you're missing something.
I know. You're missing where did you last have it, right? And then I'm like...
Remember I said, okay, if you're going to use your brain, now.
Oh, yeah,
Let's use it now.
Okay, so this is the part. So this is the part where it was relationship. She literally, she was almost crying. And she begged me from the depths of my soul. She goes, Joey. No, I swear. She goes, Joey, the way she said it, it was so insulting, but I was too scared to like really feel the insult. But I was like, I'll double back to that. But she goes, if you're going to use that brain, right, you got to dig deep. She goes, you got to dig deep right now to remember. And I'm like limitlessing this reversal, like trying to go like, what the fuck? And then I remember, I'm like, oh my God. When we landed in Athens, we got an Uber to our place for that one night before we got a ferry or a flight. And I remember that was the last place I had it, in the backseat of this guy's Uber. So I'm trying to call this guy through the Uber app. I call him, and finally he goes, oh, Joseph, I've been trying to call you all night. But because the Uber app, it was linked to my old phone back at home. I was trying to call you, but I couldn't get in contact with you. Your passport, I have it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my God. And I go, bro, and this guy was a well-spoken Greek as well. He was
lucky,
very
bro.
very well. And he was a mad driver, good bloke to us on the way there. So I was lucky I didn't get some Greek guy who was like, oh, fuck these tourists. And further. So then I'm like, man, how far are you from the airport? He's like, oh, I'm with my wife right now. He wasn't working. He goes, I'm about an hour away. I go, man, if you can drive it to Athens airport, I'll pay you like whatever. If you can just drop it to us, man, I'll be appreciated. He goes, yeah, sweet. I think I transferred him like 150 euro to start, or 200. And then I went, nah, fuck this. So I kind of like doubled it or whatever I did. I gave him
paid him a couple €100.
I paid him easy a couple of hundred, probably 300-400 euro. And he came back with his missus, and he's like, "Oh my God, thank you so much!" And he got my passport. And
what a sick guy! Shout out that
yeah,
guy, whoever that guy is, wherever you are, man.
Shout out.
Can you please, Tori, give me your what do you mean in the way? Do you remember how you said it? Please, I feel like that would be like a dagger in the heart.
I don't know if she can remember it more than I can, but like,
what do you mean?
Yeah, I think it would have just been like,
pretend. See the face. See the face.
It's the
If you can
face,
see the
bro.
face, it's like the what do you mean, and the chest starts to do this.
The fucking Chucky doll stare.
The chest starts to do this, and I'm like, fuck. And then I really thought, because I was actually looking up fail-safe options where I basically, when I was rummaging through my suitcase, before she said, listen, you got to fucking dig deep here, I was already looking up what happens when you lose your license. What do you have to do?
How to travel
Lose
without a
your passport.
passport.
Sorry. And then apparently we would have to wait 2 weeks
Yeah,
to
bro.
hear from the Australian embassy.
Yeah, bro.
And we would have to pay accommodation to stay in Athens, which Athens, I love Athens.
But
for
of
like
all
certain-
places
but
to be
it's-
stuck as well.
Of all places,
Yeah.
right?
What a fucking time, man. I'm glad that wasn't me. That was God fucking teaching you something.
That's
mate.
also, that was the second thing that happened. Do you remember on like the first train trip we took, you left your whole bag and got off the train?
So get this. Do you know
In Belgium?
Yeah. Do you know how? Do you know when you have?
Oh my
do you know when you have
God.
all your gear and sometimes you don't sit with your gear, like you put it
In
to
a
a certain
certain
spot?
Sorry, do you remember you boys were off in that little
Drinking.
carriage compartment?
Yeah, we're
getting-
drinking.
we're getting
yeah,
wine.
We're partying.
We're getting
yeah,
wine.
yeah.
So we're getting wine at the cafeteria place on
Yeah.
the train. And then because we weren't sitting right next to our bags, I remember everyone got off the train, and I remember looking at everyone's got their bags, and I'm like, what am I? And then someone's like, show your bags. And I'm like, and at this point, I turn around, the doors are not even waiting for me. I have to grab, my bag, people pass me the bag, and I just get out with the nick of time
my
back. The
God.
doors just
Oh my
closing, yeah.
God, bro.
That was the first stop in Europe of the.
Can you imagine if you got to rampage a 4-day festival with no clothes and shit? You
I'm
would have been like
surprised.
one of those bush dungers out there, like literally like a leaf on your dick and
Yeah,
shit. Like,
yeah.
oh,
And no
bro.
passport, because that's where your passport was in that bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
So-
from that moment onwards, I held on to the passports,
Yeah.
except for the one Athens flight where I gave it back to you.
and you lost
Yeah,
it.
well,
So-
my advice when you guys leave in
Tory
2
hold it.
weeks,
You just keep everything.
Yeah.
Just keep it.
You don't have like a little fanny
No,
pack
but
with the.
I feel like you got to let me fly. You got to let me fly.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean,
don't let him fly.
hey.
We'll never see you again. You'll be stuck in Europe, right?
No,
Tory comes back without him. I don't know where he is.
literally,
He's
yeah,
gone.
100%.
Oh, that's fucking great,
it's
bro.
just hard because when it's hard for me. I always leave shit around like the place when I'm not even doing anything. But you add that with like the experience of traveling.
Oh,
there's
bro.
a lot going on.
Yeah.
So my ADD brain is just like, it's just like
Fizzled out.
Yeah, man. It's not even a chance.
yeah.
But I have I have gotten better. At least I haven't lost it. It's actually more troubling when you lose
It's
your
at
passport.
home.
But when you lose your, I've
in
lost
one spot.
But I've lost,
Yes.
but I've actually lost my passport at the house. Like I'm like, oh, I left it there, and I'm like, well, it's not there.
Where
And
the
then now-
fuck is it?
But then now it's at my bedside table. I sleep right next to it. I literally, it's in my bedside table,
yeah.
and I'm like, that's it. Like,
just please hold him.
Yeah,
Tory.
please.
Please. I don't want to
but these
get a
people
message
that
of.
these people that have put money on it, they're probably wanting me to forget it. So
It'll make for another story, a hell of a story when
Yeah,
you
for
get
sure.
back.
I've got faith in you this time, Thunder God. I really
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like, you know what, you can make the same mistake 1 or 2 times. That's fine. When you get to the 3rd time, that's when you're kind of like, okay, this cunt's an
do
idiot.
do I need a collar?
Yeah, this cunt
I need a
is-
lanyard.
Yeah, this cunt. I'm going to the airport and it's just gone. It's unclipped from your lanyard. You're like, where the fuck is it? Like, fucking hell. Oh, bro. Nah, I got faith, man. All right. That takes us to news penis, yeah?
We're talking about the cunts building the bridge, and you're like, fuck you, Trump.
That's what they're doing, these cunts. And well, okay. You know what? I'll start us off, right? Because that brings me to one of my points.
The news you can trust. The news you can trust. Only believe what we say.
You are getting sleepy.
You're getting sleepy. You are also getting horny.
When I click my finger, you're gonna suck my nuts.
You're gonna gargle my balls.
Nah, no suckage. So, that brings me to my first point. Have you been seeing what the Chinese are doing now? They're going onto TikTok.
Oh, showing the
And they're
Balenciaga
showing
shit.
that all these top made brands are actually just made in China, which I thought we all knew that. Like, no one actually believed that the French and the Italians were fucking making these designer bags, right?
Yeah, nah.
But apparently, half the world is shocked. And the Chinese are saying, bro, these things are worth like fuck all.
Well, the people who buy that shit are idiots anyway.
Yeah.
Especially those cunts that aren't even celebrities or wealthy. The cunts you see walking around fucking Western Sydney with those Gucci hats and the Gucci
Yeah.
bum bags and shit. It's like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Man? Like, they don't even look good, first
Yeah.
of all. You're just getting it because it's the brand. And it's like, it's made in fucking China, mate. In fucking Taiwan.
I just love the game China's playing. Like, they're really just saying fuck you to everyone. And
Yeah.
they're like, but because they were saying, one of them was saying that, so they basically, so for the Louis Vuitton bags, they all get manufactured in China, but the only thing they don't do in China is put the logo on it. So then they make the bag, the French or wherever the fuck it's from, get it imported and then just plop the
nameplate
logos,
on it.
the nameplate in France, and they go made in France. What the fuck, man?
And the fucking Mr. Vuitton is fucking sitting there wiping his fucking hands with, wiping his ass with $1 million bills, and every cunt, these idiots are buying the shit. Thinking
How much actually, Tori, is like a Louis Vuitton bag worth? Not like the most expensive one, but just the average. Like if I wanted to go to the Louis Vuitton shop in Sydney.
What's Birkin? Is that its own brand, or is that
that's
a type
very
of
expensive. That's a Birkin bag. They're very expensive.
like $10,000?
Yeah, so the average price of a Louis Vuitton bag can vary widely depending on the blah, blah, blah. They range between 1,160 to 2,630.
Okay, still for a bag?
Let's go 4 ways and we'll get the cheapest one.
And we could just sit it here on the table. Yeah, I mean,
we'll get a thick watch, like a drug dealer watch, or like a big chain. You know those fat fucking
we'll have split
annoying
custody
chains.
what's Birkin?
I'll look up Birkin, but very quickly, this is the cheapest, I guess, Louis Vuitton one, which is like this make, which a lot of people have, but it's on like the lower end, I guess. This is about 1,200.
Chat cunts.
It's like
1,200. I mean, that is kind of nice though. Like if I was a girl,
Like that.
that's kind of cool.
Bro, you could get a fucking knockoff on Wish and Temu that looks exactly the fucking same anyway.
Yeah, I don't really like that. I don't like how it looks hard. Like why is like this is cute. Oh wow, this is very cute.
I'm just thinking
that is kind of that's
wow,
fashion.
that's
Yeah,
kinda cute.
carrying that around is a pain in the ass. I hate carrying shit. So
me and Tori are the two idiots buying these bags.
Bro, you know what?
That's kind of cute.
You know what always gets me about women, right? They walk around holding their shit. Holding phones and shit in their hand. They got no pockets, so they're walking around. Rose's always holding a phone. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
that looks so fucking annoying.
You know the one I love. You know the one I love. My fiance does. We'll go out. She purposely wears something with no pockets, brings no bags, and then goes, "Can you hold my phone?"
Yeah, I always.
And then I'm walking around like a fucking Lego block with fucking 20,000 things in my fucking pockets.
Their clothes got no pockets though.
Yeah.
Like they don't make much women's clothes with pockets.
Birkin bags range. This is very low. It's not going to be this, but Birkin bags range from $10,000 to $2 million.
Wow.
Who's paying $2 million for that shit? You have to be
Rich
fucking
people.
retarded.
But even if you are
What a
rich,
waste of
it's still
money.
$2 million.
What a waste of money.
no,
though.
you could fucking build a village in Africa for fucking $2 million.
Yes.
There's one on eBay at the moment on sale for $601,000.
And you know what? I'll tell you the thing.
Is that Birkin bag?
Yeah.
Right,
Birkin.
you know these fucking influencers and celebrities who go online and they're preaching about fucking poverty and preaching about climate change and all this shit. I bet you have in their fucking wardrobe a couple fucking $1 million bags that they could easily fucking use to solve these fucking climate change problems and shit. And these cunts want to go on there and cry about fucking dumb shit.
It's just such a weird thing. Like when I was growing up, I thought it was so cool to have Gucci and like Louis V shit and whatever. But I'm just like, one day I was like, yeah, one day I'll have one of that. And then I'm like, I don't know, man. Like when you spending that much for something that you're just like,
Yeah.
and then I noticed that people got knockoff ones from Bali or this and that, and they're like, yeah, this is exactly the same. Like it's
different.
so similar.
Yeah.
And people would go, no, but see that bit, the stitching there, it's different.
Yeah.
So
Or
that means it's fake.
Look on the inside of your hat.
Yeah,
Like-
the real one, it's like a bit off color. Like
I've never been into branded clothing. I've
Neither.
always liked dressing uniquely and like
Nah,
wearing weird shit. But as long as it looks good, I'll wear it. I don't give a fuck what the brand is.
but comfort for me, it's comfort over
Comfort,
looks.
yeah, comfort, and if it looks good, looks
Yeah.
nice. Like fuck what the brand is.
Yeah. No, I don't know. When I was in high school, I was probably, my mother would probably vouch for this. I'd always have to like have to have like Nike, but like you can and make my poor mum spend like fucking $180 on shoes, and I could just get the same knockoff pair for like $40, and it's just like the same. It's like who gives a fuck? But you know, when you're in fucking high school, you have to be
Bro,
cool.
you know what I was wearing in high school for a little while? Well, it became like my thing. When Tyler the Creator was popping, I was into OF and shit. I had these knockoff little bright blue Vans, and I wear long white socks. And Tori, remember? I used to walk around. I didn't give a fuck, man. I rocked this shit. I still do wear weird shit, man. Like, it's just, I don't know. I like being different.
Actually, I do admit though, I used to get knockoff TNs because they were literally under double the price. But those ones did only last. You'd get like only a couple months out of them before they actually start
a few curb
tearing.
stomps for them.
Yeah, a few hacks and a few Eshe dances, and then they'd start to kind of tear. But yeah, I did used to get knockoff TNs.
Remember volleys? Do you remember volleys?
I hated those shoes, bro.
What do they look like?
They look like gay tennis shoes.
Yeah. They were like shit Vans.
Yeah.
They were really cheap Vans. I'm pretty sure at one point you could get them for like $30 from like fucking.
It's what the Hernandez brothers wore right before their dad
I
fucked them
hate
before
Vans. I'll never
tennis.
wear a pair of those shoes. Are so. I'm like an Air Max kind of guy. I like fucking.
Yeah, remember those? Yeah. Oh,
Like, I'm
God.
talking how ugly they were. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I used to wear them with St. Dom's. St. Dom's for sport day. The volleys were the go-to, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually just wear Air Maxes. I like a booty looking kind of shoe. Shoe looks like a bit like a boot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say
Yeah.
booty.
Yeah,
Booty.
Yeah,
booties.
like,
booty.
you know, like
I
it
like
looks
a booty, man.
I like booty too, but like
I like booty shoes.
Booty sweat. Did you can't see this fucking? It was a drive-by shooting in fucking. Where
Where?
was
was that? Western Sydney, man.
Oh, was it?
And a 65-year-old woman died.
Oh, bullshit.
She got shot in the leg, man.
What'd she do?
Wow.
I don't know. They haven't arrested nobody. They're still running around.
What
You know
she
the
do?
suburbs?
So I'm going to assume obviously she was collateral, yeah? They weren't aiming at her.
Of course. Imagine she was the kingpin.
Yeah.
She's the kingpin this whole time. The police are like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And she's like,
That is so sad.
She only got shot in the leg though, but she still died.
A 65-year-old woman is dead after a drive-by shooting at a home in Ambervale. Police believe multiple people got out of a dark sedan and sprayed the home with several gunshots. She was shot dead in a targeted drive-by shooting.
Targeted, so it was targeted.
Yeah, initial reports say up to 3 people got out of a dark-coloured sedan before firing shots at the house. She was inside the house at the time of the attack and sustained a wound to her leg.
Oh, no.
She was
terrible.
treated at the scene, but she died.
I heard 2 other people were in the house, so I think she might have been collateral.
Yeah.
Maybe they were aiming for maybe drugs. or something.
34-year-old man and a 21-year-old woman were also at the property but were uninjured.
"Yeah, okay."
Yikes.
That's
Yeah.
unfortunate. I kind of skimmed over the fact that she died, so I started making jokes, and then I realized, I'm like, that's kind of morbid.
And also, just gun crime in general, I always am very like, "Oh, that's so weird in Australia."
Yeah.
It's just such a foreign thing.
Yeah.
Guns, like
it's so
knife
permanent.
crime, maybe, just throwing hands. You always hear about that out and about. But guns?
Yeah, at the Easter show, you see the cops walking around and they just got the gun in the holster. Like I could literally sneak up behind these cunts and just grab the thing.
I've thought about that often. Yeah.
Like-
I'm not
like-
killing everyone.
They're just holding them right there. They got this
Yeah.
big fucking fuck off holster and
Yeah.
it's got a fucking pistol.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's weird. Like, even like with knives though, like how gay? Like if you're walking around with a knife or a pistol, like what are you doing? Like you're not a fucking gangster. It's just so weird, like that lifestyle that some people, and it's actually crazy because I was watching this doco, man, and you guys have probably all heard of this guy. Do you know that guy? What's his name? The Taboo Room with, and he's like that Pakistan fella, and he goes to all different hoods in America. And
You're talking about Spaniard.
no. He's American. No, he's not American. Sorry, he's English. But he goes. So he's like a Pakistani Indian guy that's from the UK, and he goes around the American hoods. And a lot of these hoods, man, it's like they'll cap you on sight, but they let this guy in. It's the Taboo Room with, and it should pop up.
Aaron Singh?
Yes.
Definitely Indian.
Yeah.
Sing definitely
Pakistani.
Indian.
Is that him?
Hold on, let me...
Singh.
This guy?
Sing.
Yep, that's him. Bro, and I was literally watching one. Literally, that got uploaded like a couple days ago or a week ago. This shit is still happening in 2025, right? And he's in this. I think he was in Montgomery, which is the capital of either Alabama or Mississippi. I can't remember. One of those fucking places, right? Bro, still in 2025. Like there's like homicides like every day, and it's just a tiny town. Like maybe a couple thousand. Like I don't know. Obviously, the population would be big, probably like a couple 100,000 or whatever. But that's still relatively small. To the point where like, you can't go to the store without looking over your shoulder. And like these guys, right? 20 years old, 19 years old, 21 years old, and he's interviewing these guys. And bro, this sounds. So it's so sad because like a lot of these guys can't even like string a sentence together. And then he interviews this last episode was really good. So he interviews one of the older, right? And obviously it's heavy black community, right? And he's interviewing one of the older black guys, and he runs one of the barbershops there, and he says to him, he goes, bro, like, what do you think the problem is with the young generation? And this man, well-spoken man, he can talk properly, he talks nice and slow, he's just well-spoken dude, right? And he says, he goes, bro, he goes, there's no leadership, there's no guidance, there's no, all these kids, none of them have father figures in that. And he goes, there's no guidance. So these kids grow up around the guns and the drugs. And then the second these guys can purchase a gun, he goes, bro, these kids are getting guns at 13, 14 years of age, bro. Yeah. That's a little kid. The first thing they're trying to do is get a gun because they got to be cool and fit in with their crews and their gangs, and also to protect themselves because there's shootouts all the fucking time. He was saying a story where his barbershop got into a shootout because he was cutting a dude's hair. Another dude drove past, seen him getting his hair cut. Oh shit, we're beefing. You're from the next street over. He's come back with a car full of homies and started blasting the place up.
Wow.
It's insane. In 2025.
It's a hurt people thing, man. These kids, they grow up in broken homes and shit. New York, I saw recently, it wasn't that long ago, they celebrated like the first 24 hours without having a homicide.
I've seen that.
And America is so fucked up.
But then immediately the next day they had like a mass shooting or something.
And you know, the worst thing, Pierce was telling me a story. Shout out Pierce, man. He still listens every episode.
Shout out you, bro.
Him and Holloway were playing tennis where they live, and a junkie was walking past with a dog, right? And Pierce did an inside joke with like a bark to Holloway, and she heard, and she's like, "What? What'd you say? Don't make me come. I got a fucking syringe. I'll come stab you, cunt." And then like, what the hell? And then it's like, she's just walking her dog, and she's like, "I'm gonna go get my boyfriend and go home and get my fucking syringe, and I'll stab you, cunt. I'll fucking."
Oh my god!
And it's like, that's the worst we got in Australia.
Yeah.
But then you go to America, like, she was harmless. She walked off, and
yeah.
apparently she walked past the car park. She's like, "Which car's yours?" and shit. And like, they're like, "Oh fucking," but she didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
And in Australia, everyone's experienced that, right? You walk past these people and they talk a lot and they're scary, but they don't fucking do nothing.
Yeah.
But in America,
they'll shoot you.
Yeah, man.
They're going to shoot you.
Step wrong, bro, they'll fucking shoot you, they'll stab you.
And that's what the guy's asking in the interview. He goes, and he literally says, so if I wasn't interviewing you guys and I just happened to walk past the street, what would you guys do? And all of them are like, bruh, like we're like robbing you. We don't know who you are. We don't know what your intentions are. We don't know what hood you're from. Like we're going to fucking come like and rob you. He's like, fuck, really? And he goes, yeah, man, this is how it is. He goes, but because you're doing an interview, like you're safe with us, you're good here. This guy's doing interviews, right? He will then go like 4 streets away, right? It sounds unbelievable. 4 streets away, interviews another group of fucking kids. And he's like, so what do you think about those guys down there? What would you do like if you saw one of them walking here? And they're all in the video. They're all taking out their handguns and shit. They're going, yeah, we're gonna fucking pop them. We're like, we don't go over there. They're the enemy. And like,
4 streets
they're
away.
4 streets away. It's like, what the fuck? So it's like no one's leaving their little street because you're gonna get shot at and shit. So these streets become little like kingdoms, little hoods that they're all protecting. But it's just a fucking street of houses. It's fucking, bro, it blew my mind, bro. I couldn't believe that this shit still happens in 2025 and to that severity of like, and it's again, but don't get me wrong, some of these kids are well-spoken kids. And a lot of them are going, nah, man, like I want peace. Like I don't want to have these guns and shit. But he goes, but I can't, you can't go anywhere without thinking you're going to get shot at. Because I'm friends with this guy. I've known this guy since I was a kid, but he's had beef with old mate that's 4 streets away. If he sees him or me and I'm affiliated with this guy, they're going to start shooting at me. So I need this gun. And that's the mentality. It's like, fuck, I need this weapon because the guys next door have weapons.
Yeah.
And a lot of these guys some of these kids are well spoken, but then you got the other side of that coin where these kids are like, they're so balls deep into it where like they generally think like that's their life. They don't know any better.
I feel like those kind of Americans are like those people that shouldn't really do cocaine, but they do cocaine and they get really paranoid and they're not a fun time to be around.
A lot of them are high. A lot of you can
drug
see,
addicts.
You can see in the videos, bro. These guys are high, and there's guys in the background constantly like they're like lighthouse and they're looking around, constantly got their hands on their things.
You're tweaking, huh?
Yeah.
You're tweaking. And they say, where you from? Where
And
you
bro,
from?
and then these poor fuckers are interviewing him and they're pointing their guns at the fucking thing. Man, I'd be like, bro, if you fucking accidentally let that thing go off, you're gonna shoot my cameraman in the fucking face, bro. Like, relax with your fucking guns. But nah, man, these guys are. It's like the Wild West, bro. They're like, woohoo! Like, you know what I mean?
Crazy,
it's insane, bro. Absolutely,
It's sad. It's fucking.
It is sad, man. People shouldn't be living. No one should be living.
And
like
then
that,
you got
man.
the people here in Australia that are like the rappers and the fucking, they think they're hard cunts and they fucking
this is
fucking
nothing
Mount Druid
here.
and shit, and they acting all tough. It's like, mate, you don't know how good you fucking got it, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
because you will literally get shot over there, like quite literally. It's insane, bro. Everyone, I recommend watching it, man. It's good content. It's called The Taboo Room with Aaron Singh. He also done another one which was quite scary. It's only like a year old, where it was a drug one, and he went to Detroit, where our favorite rapper Eminem's from. And again, this is in 2024, bro. Half the houses in Detroit are abandoned drug houses. And this guy just literally with his camera crew and a guy that they somehow link up with takes him into these houses. These houses are all boarded up. They're covered in bullet holes and shit. The grass is all overgrown, right? They go through the back of the house and they turn into the house, and it's literally a community of homeless drug addicts. It's fucking bananas, bro. Absolutely insane. Like, it's almost unbelievable. And I was like, there's no fucking way. And on the YouTube, obviously, they've got it all blurred out. They're shooting up and shit. But if you go to, I'm considering buying his Patreon, because on the Patreon, they're allowed to show the full thing. So if you follow him on Patreon, it's got the full video, unedited, unblurred. These guys are shooting up while he's talking to them and shit. It's fucking bananas, bro. Absolutely bananas, man. In today's day and age, there's people still living like that.
Yeah.
It's scary
it's like
shit.
That, the videos, that Indigo Traveler guy that Tori, you know,
He's
like,
really good.
Some places in America they're worse than the places this guy goes to, and he goes to like fucking the ghettos of Kenya and the ghettos of fucking Somalia and shit.
Yeah.
And they're not even that bad. Like people fucking, you know what I mean? It's crazy that America is the world leader in like a first world country. And
They're kind of third world. They have third world traits, eh?
like in some places, like in LA especially, right? You got the rich area where they got mansions and mansions, and 2 streets away is Skid Row.
Yep.
Literally, like around the corner, and you got these rich ass people walking down the street with their Birkin bags, their fucking $1 million bags, and then the street away, it's the homeless fucking tent city. Yeah. It's a strange place, man. It's so crazy.
It's fun to watch though if you're not from there, but damn, God help you if you're not rich and you're in America right now.
Yeah, we got it good, man.
Just some quick stats on gun violence. Americans are 26 times more likely to be shot and killed than others in high-income countries. Every day, 327 people are shot in the United States.
That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable, bro.
Of those, on average, 117 of them will die.
Fuck me, man.
Wow, man.
Every day, 23 minors are shot in the United States. Mass shootings currently make up 1% of all gun violence. 60% of gun deaths are suicide, and 37% are homicide.
60% are suicide.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Americans are 2 times as likely to lose a loved one to gun violence as they are to be left-handed.
Whoa.
Random, but there was another really... What did I say? Gun deaths hit a 40-year high in 2021 with 48,000 deaths that year alone.
Can you look up like gun violence in China statistics or India, where they got 1 billion people? America has 300 million, and that's the stats. So I wonder...
What's the gun laws in?
Because you don't really hear about that shit, but I wonder if it'd be...
They're using
even
like
remotely similar.
They're using like
bow and arrows,
samurais and bow and arrows.
Snakes. They're from snakes at each other.
Using calculators.
Is there any stats? Like,
This is violent crimes.
what is gun laws in China anyway? Do they even fucking?
Let me have a look.
I think the government might be able to have guns and that's it.
Kim Jong-un said no. No gun.
In China, gun ownership is by private citizens is heavily restricted, with exceptions for certain authorized organizations. The Firearm Administration Law of the People's Republic of China states that individuals are not permitted to possess, manufacture, buy, sell, transport, rent, or lend firearms.
So yeah, it's
like basically.
What about India?
Only law enforcement is allowed.
Okay.
So India's a bit more wild.
India, you can have guns, but they have the cartridge has to be, the mag has to be filled with poppadoms.
No, India is also the same. A license is mandatory for acquiring, possessing, or carrying firearms or ammunition. It has very strict gun laws, considered some of the strictest globally.
And Americans think taking away the guns will not solve the issue.
Do you think in our lifetime we see America get rid of their guns?
Never.
Yeah. No.
I reckon.
Do you reckon?
You reckon?
I reckon it'll happen.
You reckon?
Yeah.
No, some of them are so
They won't be happy
pig-headed,
about
bro.
it.
Some of them
Yeah.
are so pig-headed with it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, but
that's the problem, right? Is that everyone, you know, I think when it comes to the guns for them, I feel like then and truly then we will have some dramas for them because everyone thinks, oh, if fucking Trump wins, they're gonna riot. If fucking Hillary fucking Clinton wins, they're gonna riot. It's gonna be horrendous times, and they might protest for a couple of days and then they get over it. I feel like doesn't matter if it's the left or the right. When one day they actually put their foot down and go, bro, we're taking the guns. I think then I reckon people will try to defend their guns and fight off the law enforcement when shootouts and shit.
I think it's going to be a very slow trickle. Like, even in Trump's first term, after the shooting, they keep doing this. I think Biden might have revised it too, but after the shootings, Trump took away the stock thing. Like, you can't have a edited stock or some shit.
Yeah.
And then I think when another mass shooting happened, Biden again, they take away another thing. You can't have these automatic.
As in you can only have a mags a certain size, and you can't have it's stock standards.
Like attachments.
They slowly, and I think it's going to be like that. They're going to get used to how it is, and then a couple of years later, boom, take away the next thing. Boom, take away the next. Like in Australia, you can have a gun. My mate has guns. You know, you can get a gun if you want one. You just got to go through a rigorous process. There's got to be a certain type of gun. So I think, like they are tightening their laws very slowly, and I think eventually it's just going to get to the point where, like, in the far future, they're going to be like, fuck it.
It's always a slippery slope where you mix like retail with guns. You know what I mean? As in, like, you make it more like in a Walmart or something. It's always weird if you see that on the shop wall.
Well, it's like here in Australia, right? We're all level-headed, normal people, citizens, right? None of us have.
I mean, we see some scenes in Kingswood, but
but like I'm talking about us here, right? Yeah. But in America, the same group of us here, at least half of us would probably have a pistol in the house. You know what I mean? Because they have it just to protect themselves. Because everyone else has guns, you want a gun.
Yeah.
And you know how much you hear about? I have a gun in a safe, and it's like a fucking soccer mum, and they have a gun in the safe. You know what I mean? Like, it's very normal for them. Like,
should we be making sandwiches and then just unlock a Glock 50 out of
they
that?
They never use it, and I'm sure most of them are very responsible, but they still have it. Yeah. Like, if we had that crime and that law here and we could get guns, I'm sure a couple of us would probably have a gun too. Like, if some motherfucker breaks in your house, you're going to want that fucking gun. You know? Like,
just very quickly, just for a comparison with India, there are around 3.22 gun homicides per 100,000 people in India.
Well,
so of 100,000 people in a room, 3 of them
a gun crime
will be affected by a gun crime compared to the 300 and something a day in the States.
And it's also like, as well, like, gun crime in India, it's not as, apparent there, right? That like it doesn't happen at a higher rate. But I think partially as well because it's much harder to be intimidating as an Indian holding a gun at someone than it is.
But they're all Indian.
Exactly, they're all Indian.
Yeah, true. So they can, so it's like you can't tickle yourself. It's like that. If you're Indian, you can only be intimidated by another Indian. Yeah. But if you're not an Indian and Indian goes, drop all of this right now.
Don't. Bro, moving on.
I'll say this about India, bro. I listened to a podcast, Lex Freeman podcast. He interviewed the president of India, Narendra Modi, and that guy is so fucking cool, all about peace and being friendly, and it's so spiritual. The whole country is based on spiritual values and like being peaceful and good. Like,
although a lot of guys were fucking like reptiles and shit at one point in India.
Obviously you got a billion motherfuckers.
You're gonna get some that wants to fuck a crocodile.
But like, that's a really good podcast, man. And like you see like the mind and the inner working, how they try to run a fucking country of a billion motherfuckers. Like,
you got to give it to him, man.
He's a cool guy.
That'd be hard, man.
I guess it's like quantity over quality. Like, it'd be hard to get the quality with more people. Like, there's going to be more shit living conditions in a country where there's you say a billion or billions?
They have a billion.
A billion.
Which 1.4 billion.
Is that the most? Is that the most populated country?
I think it is.
China and India are neck to neck. I don't know who's ahead now.
Okay.
But India will overtake China. China's declining slowly.
Hold on. How many do you think?
1.4 something.
India,
1.43
1.5.
Who do you think's winning though?
India.
China.
I think China's winning still.
Surely India.
Okay. Oh, I think India's winning actually.
India.
I think India overtook them already.
I'm going to go to China.
China?
Okay. It's India.
Okay.
India has 1.46 billion.
Shit.
China has 1.42.
There's 8 billion people on Earth. 2 billion of them are in China and India.
Well, no, 3 billion of them almost because it's 1.4.
Yeah,
each.
1 point.
That is
Fuck me, man. That's crazy, bro.
Get that into you.
Imagine living there.
Bro, power to them, man. Power fucking to them. They're doing crazy shit, man. A bunch of crazy bastards, bro.
Did you see the Minecraft? Is it the Minecraft movie?
Oh,
bro,
yeah, the
these
cinemas
cunts are
throwing-
fucking the chicken jockey
Yeah,
thing.
what's the go there? Because
So-
I don't know. I'm not really familiar with Minecraft, but I'm familiar with
Neither
what was
am I.
happening.
Yeah, so neither am I, right? So the reason I did a bit of research on this, I was like, why are they doing that?
So what? Preface, tell them what's been happening.
Right? So if you guys are up to date, they go into the movies, and then at the end of the movie, there's a scene where like a fucking zombie lands on a chicken, and then it zooms to Jack Black, and he goes, "Chicken jockey," and then the whole cinema starts throwing popcorn and cheering and shit. The reason that they were doing that was in the game Minecraft, apparently the chicken jockey only has like a 0.05% chance of spawning. So it's the rarest item in the game. So they put it in the movie, and all these little nerds are going, it's that rare. And that I was like, it's funny, but it's so
it's a
stupid.
meme, though.
It's a
Like,
meme.
yeah.
Apparently, it just caught on like a trend. So
Yeah.
it first organically happened like as a cheer, and then they went from like throwing shit
Popcorn
and
and-
going crazy. Like it's
Yeah.
like, how crazy can we make this scene? You know,
The poor cinema workers.
that is everyone's, because I don't mind going to the cinemas. Every now and then I'll walk past the cinemas if I'm shopping, and I'm like, oh, I like the popcorn smell.
Yeah,
I
it's
do
fun,
thoroughly enjoy it. But that is every person. Like what happened in the Minecraft movies. That is every person's worst nightmare who already hates the cinemas.
Yes.
Because of that reason. Like people hate if someone like chews too loud, or they're opening the package, or they're laughing too, and you're like, shh. Imagine you go into the Minecraft movie and you're trying to enjoy it, and then everyone's like, throwing shit.
Can you imagine you take your fucking 85-year-old me marsh is on a deathbed, and what you do a nice thing for her, take her to the movie, and that happens. Like,
She has popcorn
scare
thrown
the
at her.
fuck out of her. Fucking yeah, fuck that shit. We're gonna need Tori for this one. Have you guys heard of the Super Kamiokande Neutrino Detector?
What
You're
the
gonna have to
fuck is
wait.
that?
Right? It's beneath Mount Aikino in Japan. It holds 50 tons of ultra pure water. I don't know what the hell it's for, but it looks cool as shit. So it's beneath some mountain in Japan.
It's from the
What is that?
I don't know what it like.
it's crotch sweat that they've built
Are
up.
they
over
like bottles,
years of
containers?
Samurais.
No, Tori's gonna have to read it.
Can I have a look at
this
that?
wigged
Sorry,
me out. I
what
don't know
does
what
it
the
say?
fuck it is.
So samurais used to train and battle against each other, and they used to get
What
their,
is that?
their ball
Are they-
sweat
Are they?
They're in like a fucking well, like a big well.
and ring
big
the
giant-
ball.
Oh, they're boats on.
They're boats in the water. Yeah.
What the fuck?
In a world where water resources are scarce, in the world where water resources are scarce, water resources have become a worldwide problem. But as a country with large water resources, Japan has hidden 50,000 tons of ultra pure water underground in a remote city. What is going on? And could it be conspiracy? Ultra pure water, as the name implies, is ultra pure water. It's water with a resistivity of 18 MQ. I don't know what that is.
Yes, 18
Micro
MQ.
quadrants.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah,
No, I
ultra
just
pure.
made that up.
Ultra pure water is not common and generally only used in laboratories because this kind of water has almost no impurities except water molecules.
Whoa.
Has not only no bacteria but also no mineral trace elements needed by the human body. If you drink it accidentally, it will cause changes in fine osmotic pressure, causing cells to swell or even rupture, causing damage to the human body. So obviously the water that we consume has
Shit in it.
it has
yeah.
shit in it. This
course.
has nothing.
Wow.
Which is bad for you or good for you?
But bad for you.
Saying it's bad for
It's
you.
saying it's bad. So what does Japan need so much ultra pure water for? You can't drink it. So the answer is to detect neutrinos. What is that?
Neutrinos, isn't that
Neutrinos.
like atom type shit?
I still maintain they got it from the fucking sweat from crotches of samurais that battled, and they've ringed it out over years and years, and it's purified into the mountains. And
Neutrinos. Modern science has confirmed that the material world in which humans live is composed of various elementary particles, and neutrinos are also one of the elementary particles that make up the natural world, and they are a type of lepton. This is going
I was gonna say it's so funny how you keep reading and it's just getting further and further away.
It can reach your palms. It can reach your fortune.
So I think we know what I'm clear on what ultra pure water is.
But what's it for?
But I'd have to read through.
Yeah, we don't know if it's voodoo or.
Yeah. So I guess what I thought at first was that they're just future proofing, because I was saying in a world where water is scarce. And shit, so
but if you can't fucking drink it,
but then you can't drink it. So maybe it can be transformed, like they can make it drinkable. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I mean, surely you could just add shit to it, right? And
you have to drink it, but you have to sip it from your ass first.
Yeah, like that's.
Yeah, interesting.
I've got one. I'm not sure if you guys have another one, but this was actually published today. I seen it on Facebook. Man charged after masturbating in front of woman in Penrith.
Oh, that shit makes me sick. I hate hearing these fucking stories.
So obviously he's probably like mentally not there, right?
A man allegedly masturbating in front of 2 women in Penrith has denied the act, saying that he was actually trying.
He says sweating.
No, saying that he was actually trying to hide drugs. At 4 p.m. on Friday, 2 young women were seated outside a major shopping centre on High Street in Penrith. A 38-year-old man made eye contact with the 2 women and moved a bench closer to them. Once seated on the bench with them, he then made intense eye contact and at the same time has placed his right hand down the front of his pants.
And it's right-handed, so he probably was.
He then allegedly began to vigorously masturbate in front of the 2 women for approximately 2 minutes.
Did he finish?
Why were they sitting there still? Why didn't fucking get away from this cunt?
Did he finish?
The 2 women moved and police were notified. As police were approaching, they were stopped by several witnesses who told police that the man had also tried to sell them cannabis.
Okay.
This guy, he was questioned in relation to the masturbation and was told that he said that he was not masturbating. He was attempting to secrete the cannabis.
Hang this cunt. Hang these motherfuckers, man.
The man was arrested and taken to Penrith Police Station. While in custody, he was allegedly sexually aggressive towards the female officers.
Oh my god!
There seems like okay, listen. I thought, you know what? When he said he was trying to hide his drugs, I'm like maybe. And then, no, I just want to give the benefit of the doubt. But there is a common theme already within the last minute of horny. You can't go, I wasn't masturbating, but then continue to crack on to every woman you see as well.
See, and then the problem with this though is that they let him go because it's like, oh, okay, slap on the wrist or whatever, and then he's doing it again, but he's at the fucking kid's school. Yeah. And then you know what I mean? Then it just goes to the next thing. And so you got to stop it here. You got to cut the snake at the head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
you got to cut the foreskin.
We don't do that with these types of people, and then we wonder why in a year's time this guy fucking goes and fucking molests a kid or you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like that should be instant jail right now. Instant jail. Like, you're doing some weird shit. You know what I mean, bro? Like, fuck.
What is that guy contributing to society?
Exactly.
He will never contribute anything to society. So get rid of him. Fuck him off. Who cares about this guy?
The aggressive stare is crazy. The aggressive stare is like...
Oh, I hate...
And 2 minutes is that's a long time for someone to be masturbating in front of someone. Like, by yourself, whatever. But if you're masturbating in front of someone who doesn't even want to see it, 2 minutes is incredible, a long amount of time. Like, that's a long time.
Like, what the...
I feel like weed and that, it's like, I thought it would have been like ice or something.
Yeah.
I feel like weed, I'd be so insecure, like... I'd be about to get my dick out. I'd be like, this isn't right. I'm supposed to be at home.
Yeah, everyone's looking at me.
What the fuck? Oh, this guy's wow. But there are some crazy people in Penrith.
I fucking hate it.
Even
man.
when me and Tori we go for walks, we always make jokes. You know, we always hear sirens around, and especially Tori, she hears way more because she works from home. But even me, when I am home, I hear sirens a fair bit. And we're just walking around, and you know, some guy that I had a run in with at the Indian place the other night.
The same guy?
The same guy that I had a run-in with, and he was telling me this crazy story and stuff. We walked past him one morning, and I was like, oh, fuck, and I get bumped.
Joey visibly, I was trying to talk to him, and he wasn't saying anything.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, that's him. Because I'm like, I just want to look down. I'm like, because I don't know if you remember me and even if he was, I don't know what kind of mood he's in today.
He wants more butter chicken.
Yeah. He's like, you give me more.
He was mumbling to himself.
Yeah, he was mumbling. It's the ones where they mumble to themselves, and you're like, you watch man, you don't know what's going to happen, you know?
Yeah.
But
fucking Penrith, bro, love it.
Well, I've
got one more.
I'm gonna say it before I leave.
I've got one more.
What you're talking about.
Apparently, a whistleblower has come out against Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg. had to do with apparently, the whole time he was, I think, selling information to the Chinese government. But again, this is a whistleblower. We don't really know if anything's true. Her name was... her name is, you might have to type Sarah W-Y-N-N Williams. Sarah Wine Williams, whistleblower.
Oh, what one?
Against the odds. This guy's crying.
Joey, stop. Former Facebook executive Sarah Wine Williams told a U.S. Senate subcommittee on Wednesday that the tech giant undermined its self-proclaimed free speech values and put the country's national security at risk by vigorously pursuing business opportunities in China. She released an explosive tell-all memoir that alleged she witnessed firsthand how the company's leadership curried favor with authoritarian regimes and ignored harms its platform poses to users. She also alleged that the company leaders sexually harassed her.
Oh gosh.
China's all right, man. Just give them the info.
Give them what they want.
They're building bridges and shit. What are we doing?
Yeah.
And we're jacking off in front of fucking girls who don't want to see it.
Yeah.
So, let the Chinese be.
Yeah, she said, quote unquote, Mark Zuckerberg pledged himself a free speech champion, yet I witnessed Meta work hand in glove with the Chinese Communist Party to construct and test custom build censorship tools that silenced and censored their critics.
Well, but Mark Zuckerberg admitted that recently.
Yeah.
So
this is obviously just a tell-all from her.
Yeah.
She might be repeating something.
So he admitted that they were doing the censorship thing because the government pressured him or whatever, but who knows what.
Man, Mark Zuckerberg is a creepy looking motherfucker.
He's a reptilian.
Yeah. I mean, he's cool now.
He likes boobs.
This motherfucker.
Yeah, he likes Jeff Bezos' boobs, apparently.
She went to space.
Yeah, did you hear
For
about
10 minutes.
And Katy Perry was with him.
But
Yeah,
do you know
Katy
that
Perry, a bunch
cost
of
them
celebrity.
$11 million to go to space for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Who went?
Katy Perry, Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos' boobs.
His wife.
And four other women. It cost them 11. Not them. I don't know who paid for it, but $11 million.
Jeff Bezos' company paid for it.
I mean,
okay.
Power to them. I mean, sending a bunch of girls up there, they can start cooking and cleaning up there, all good. But 11 million? Come on, man. Let's help the people, man. Let's help these kids in America that are fucking shooting each other, bro. African
people can't get healthcare in America.
but
They're just like,
Look,
they're in space.
then again, you hear stuff like that and people say that, which is true, but then you can also probably look up what philanthropy Jeff Bezos does, and there's probably a decent amount. Same with all these the richest people in the world. They probably all do some level of... So yeah, they're spending 11 million here, but they're also spending however much, doing shit. But you don't hear about it. You don't hear about the fucking wacky thing they're doing. You know what I mean?
That is probably true. Yeah.
I'm going to miss my bill to Africa to keep the electricity on. I want to go to Mars with Katy Perry. Let's just do that instead.
It's just how much the shit costs, and we got to do it. I guess this was more of a showcase of space tourism.
Yeah.
I think
if
that's
you
what
have
they're
that much
pushing.
money as well, I guess why not? More power
It's
to
his
you.
money.
Yeah.
Did it say that he donated to or no?
It did. It says again, all of these people pledge, which does not mean they've actually donated it.
So
It's they say they will do it.
At some point, I will give you money.
At some point, yeah.
I pledge to do the dishes.
So he's pledged to donate the majority of his fortune to charitable causes that focus on climate change, reducing homelessness, and promoting education, as well as funding his own ventures in the space exploration.
That's cap. If it says that's cap, bro.
I like that motherfucker, man.
That's
I like
cap.
him now. He's jacked and shit. He's fucking cool. He's the only cool one. The rest of them are fucking fat losers.
I think, if you're going to give the money, give the money. Don't say you're going to pledge to give the money in the future. If you've got billions of dollars now, just give the money.
I'm sure he's given some. I don't know. It's like Bill Gates, man. The worst one's Bill Gates. This motherfucker, he's going on interviews and shit, admitting they're trying to fucking
conquer the world and shit.
depopulate the earth and shit. He's saying we can fucking solve the population problem with vaccines and shit.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What do you mean you can solve the population?
He's literally
with
being
vaccine?
like an evil cartoon character in front of us, and no one gives a fuck. Whatever.
And
I will take over the world.
He's buying all the cattle farms and all the cattle,
So he can
all
inject the meat with shit,
farm. What is this motherfucker doing?
Which Chloe can vouch for this, bro. For the past 2 months, we're buying meat from the shops, and it's horrendous. It's like all veiny and blue and shit. We're like, what the fuck is going on
Bill
here?
Gates is beating off into the meat.
Chloe, come here.
Smell my candle.
You're gonna smell. It's no. It's a candle. It's to come in the camera. No, it's not.
no.
To end the episode, you're gonna smell Dylan and Rose's love candle.
Fucking doing it.
It's a candle.
One. I've had 5 hits.
I'll hold it.
I've had
Do it in the
5
camera.
hits. I've had 5 hits. Go. Have a nice one.
Because you try to get like you think you're not close to it, and then it whaps you.
But I didn't even do
Daisy.
that either.
That's fucked. Well, guys, do another round before we go.
Yeah, we got one more round.
Do one more
round of smelling salts.
He's got like a swollen eye and shit because of it. But he's done heaps.
Joey's done it about 9 times.
He's been huffing it the whole show.
Joey, just let it go, man. Let someone else have a go.
He likes it. Go, Tori.
You didn't do it.
Tori.
I'm not
I ain't
doing
doing
it.
that shit. I ain't doing that shit, man.
No.
Yeah, it gave me a headache.
I like the rush.
Like I said, I have boundaries.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah. Joey's really gone back to his caveman roots. Like, oh,
Yeah.
50 planned. I did.
Yeah, there's boundaries on one side, and then there's just.
Well, guys, as always, is this the last episode they're going to see you, or you've got one more?
No.
One more.
You've got 2 more.
I got 2 more.
Oh, two more. Okay, cool. So we're ready, man. We're backed up. We're fucking ready to go.
Yeah, I got one of my friend from school, from high school, all the way back in the day, Liam. I'm doing a podcast with him quite soon as well, and then I'll be on with you boys one more time.
Exciting times, man. So, guys, as always, thank you so much for listening. This time, it's going to be Joey's turn to close us out. He's high off his head on fucking these fucking salts.
On bath salts.
Give us something inspirational on the salts.
Just try to live life like you've just sniffed sniffing salts, right? And you will never go wrong. Have the confidence that you have right after you have a hit of smelling salts.
This cunt's going to be outside Kmart fucking jerking off.
He's the one up and down Penrith.
yeah. I'm like,
with his salt.
yeah, salt in one hand, my dick in
I
the
wasn't
other.
jacking off, sir. I was putting my salts away. Get out now, Joey, you fucking... Thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you on the next one.